TBL playoffs bring another can't-miss showdown where only one team survives. Number 3 seed Las Vegas Hustle collide with number 6 seed LA Elite in a battle for playoff supremacy.
The road to the TBL Championship has made its way to the West Coast. We're in Long Beach, California on a Sunday night as we have our final quarterfinal matchup in Team Boxing League Playoffs 2026. It is the LA Elite and the Las Vegas Hustle doing battle just outside Los Angeles at a packed Thunder Studios in Long Beach, California, as we take a look at the postseason bracket in Team Boxing League. Again, one final ticket to the punch for the semifinals, and it will be decided tonight. Miami, Philadelphia, and San Antonio already earning their way to the TBL postseason semifinals later on this month. With that, we welcome you inside our TBL studios along with the Hall of Famer Al Bernstein. I'm Justin Shackles. So Los Angeles is in its own backyard, but they're the lower seed here thanks to an underwhelming 3-5 regular season. But still, I don't know how representative that final mark is compared to the talent that this team has. They have point scorers up and down the roster.
Yeah, they really do. And, you know, their three top point producers have one thing in common. All three have put together their very best season so far in their TBL career. And not surprisingly, two of them are part of the strong women's contingent for Los Angeles. Stylish lefty Lizette Lopez has mowed down 14 opponents with skill and guile. And tonight she could join the very exclusive 40-win club in the TBL. And then there's ultra-aggressive Erica Sanchez, who moved down from 140 pounds to 126 this season, and it has resulted in 13 wins. With her tenacious style, she is looking for more here in the playoffs. And the clever boxer Sean Brewer has made his third TBL season by far his best with 10 wins. And tonight, he wants to avenge 2 of his 4 losses this season. And for Las Vegas, it's the Cuban connection with Darian Castro and Yolanda Martinez leading the way. The 27-year-old Martinez has had a brilliant debut TBL season, highlighted by his 4-round rivalry with Raiko Santana. And now he is hunting playoff wins. And welterweight Darian Castro is a 3-year TBL veteran already at the age of 23. And he has posted his second double-digit season in a row. This talented lefty has done it with power and skill.
Well, Al, Las Vegas is the 3 seed after a 7-1 regular season. We mentioned Los Angeles at 3-5. You used the word hunt when talking about Las Vegas. That got me to thinking about Michael Hunter, who's a new addition to the LA Elite. And I have my eyes on round 8 as far as our rounds to watch in the launch rounds. You have Michael Hunter, you have Kai Brooks, 2 heavyweights that have knockout power. Should be an exciting round to watch in our first 8.
Yeah, it really should. Kai Brooks returning for the first time since May, so he's well rested and ready to try and continue what has been a great point-producing season for him as well. And Michael Hunter, who has been a contender in the heavyweight and cruiserweight division, was added to this LA roster late in the season. And Justin, this was the reason. They felt he could get into the playoffs and make a difference.
Well, this one is only circled here, but not just by us, but by the head coaches as well, as we take a look at the center stage at Thunder Studios. That's the ring, and the third member of our crew, Sofia Gutierrez, standing right in the middle of it. Yeah, the heavyweights doing battle in round 8, Sofia. Al and I obviously talking about it, but I know you spoke with both head coaches, and one in particular has his sights set on round 8 as well.
Yes, just like you said, Justin, I was able to talk to both coaches from these 2 West Coast teams. And like you said, one in particular is really looking forward to the return of Kai Brooks. Here's what both coaches had to say.
Great night, and I'm so excited to see Kai Brooks back. He injured his hand several fights ago. Before the injury, he was the leading heavyweight in the entire league. He has a big task in front of him, guys. He's fighting Michael Hunter. Yikes. Don't blink. That's going to be a great fight. We need everyone to step up. Win, you're in. Lose, you go home. We don't plan on ending our season tonight, so we're going to be here to fight hard and get that victory.
They have a very solid team, nothing but the utmost respect to the fighters and the coaches. But, once we step into that ring, it's a different story. So it's a one-on-one, and, again, they're very solid team, very well experienced, but I believe in my fighters.
Now, both coaches believe tonight will not be the last time their fighters lace up their gloves. These two have met in the regular season twice, with Las Vegas coming out on top with 2- and 3-point difference. Now, the West Coast is guaranteed to win tonight, but will it be Las Vegas or will it be Los Angeles? Well, we'll find out tonight.
That's right, Sophia. We look forward to talking to you throughout the broadcast. Big question, can Las Vegas carry over the same success it had in the regular season and pick up a 7th straight win overall? Can Los Angeles pull off the upset and advance to the semifinals? We're moments away from finding out. Launch rounds are coming up next. Beats intensity. Balance of Nature supplements help you stay consistent with ingredients of whole foods you can easily slot into your daily routine. Go to balanceofnature.com. Use code TEAM and start today. We're about to get started in this quarterfinal matchup. The 3-seed Las Vegas Hustle taking on the 6-seeded Los Angeles Elite. As you see, Chloe and Shahira, TBL Bella's on hand at Thunder Studios in Long Beach, set to go meet both teams as they make their respective ring walks. Without further ado, let's get it over to Ray Flores.
Welcome to the next chapter of high-impact, non-stop action. This is Team of Boxing League, where every round is the last round, and every fighter leaves it all inside the ring. Each moment of TBL season airs live on MSG Networks, along with Envoy TV, Spanish language coverage available on Estrella TV. Welcome to Thunder Studios here in Los Angeles for tonight's TBL quarterfinal showdown between the LA Elite and the Las Vegas Hustle. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Executive Director Andy Foster. Your referees in charge of the action all evening long: Rudy Barragan, Adrian Corona, Ivan Guillermo, and Ray Corona. And a big thank you to our fine sponsors, Climax Moonshine, buyer number 32, Balance of Nature, Serenity Springs Recovery Center, and HotelPlanner.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hometown LA Elite.
The LA Elite, led by Manny Robles, coming in after a 3-5 regular season in which they did not beat a postseason qualifier. They had wins over Nashville, over Dallas, over Houston. But again, the talent is undeniable. And they definitely have the potential to make things interesting here for Las Vegas, a team that they lost to by just 2 points earlier this year. And they are trying to pick off Las Vegas in their third meeting in 2026.
And you mentioned some of those other teams. A couple of the players who were for Nashville are going to be suiting up for LA tonight. Yeah, they do.
The coaches of the LA Elite, Manny Robles and Edgar Chasso. Here is the starting lineup for Los Angeles. Featherweight Erica Sanchez. Texas Golden Gloves champion featherweight Sean Gusto Brewer. Lightweight Jose Pablo Rodriguez. Super lightweight Erica Farias. Welterweight Osvaldo Lopez. Super welterweight Angel Munoz. U.S. Olympian and former world title challenger, middleweight Terrell Gausha. U.S. Olympian and former world title challenger, heavyweight Michael Hunter. Featherweight Blessed Lopez. Lightweight Keith Hunter. Welterweight Kaeo Walden. Super middleweight, the hard-hitting Roel Solomon. Light heavyweight William Langston. Cruiserweight Juan Higuera. And heavyweight Jonathan Rice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the LA Elite. And now please welcome the Las Vegas Hustle.
Dewey Cooper, David Hay, leaving this Las Vegas Hustle to the ring, who completed a 7-1 regular season. The only blemish, a loss to Philadelphia by only 3 points way back in April. So you know who they have their sights set on the other side of the bracket, but they got to take care of business here first with LA right in front of them tonight.
Yeah, super talented team. They have a tremendous Cuban contingent on their squad and a very good women's team as well that I think might break through a little bit tonight, even against the against LA, because they got a couple of young fighters that could do it.
The coaches of the Las Vegas Hustle, Dewey Cooper and Big D, David Hayes. Here is the starting lineup for Las Vegas. Featherweight Jordan Edwards. 2016 Olympic bronze medalist and 2-time World Games champion. Featherweight Ioannis Argilagos. Lightweight Elena Medina. Super lightweight Joanna Lameru. Welterweight Reiner Salgado. Super welterweight Dislan Ginza. Middleweight Artriel Holmes Jr. Heavyweight Kai Brooks. Lightweight Julia Gallegos. Former Pan American Games, World Series of Boxing, and multi-time Cuban national champion, lightweight Osvaldo Caballero. 4-time Cuban national champion, welterweight Darian Castro. Cuban Sniper de Pestre. Light heavyweight, Chandler Martinez. Cruiserweight, Luis Portuando Cala. And heavyweight, Hyrek Ruiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise if you're able to, as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem with esteemed vocalist Eli Solorio.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Eli Solorio with the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin the launch rounds between the LA Elite and Las Vegas Hustle. We begin at featherweight. LA, Erica Sanchez. Las Vegas, Jordan Edwards.
Well, walking into the ring right there is Jordan Edwards as we get the action started at 126 pounds. The final quarterfinal matchup here in the TBL postseason. A ticket to the semifinals on the line between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. Glad to have you with us on this Sunday night in Long Beach, California from Thunder Studios. Justin Shackle, Al Bernstein, Sofia Gutierrez with you here on the call as we get started with Erica Sanchez and Jordan Edwards. And Sanchez has won 5 in a row. She is one of these standout women fighters for the LA Elite who need to have their cornerstones take care of business here tonight.
Yeah, and she has beaten Jordan Edwards this season. She's 1-0 versus her. She's 2-0 against Julie Gallegos, who she'll fight later. But Sanchez, a come-forward, aggressive fighter who will test you. And Edwards, while she has not had a solid record this year, has been a tough competitor.
Went 2-11 in the regular season to Jordan Edwards. And we're going to see matchups up and down this bout sheet of fighters who are very familiar with one another. Some have had varying degrees of success, but a beautiful left hook struck by Erica Sanchez just moments ago, and she has put together some connections within this first minute.
Jordan Edwards is going to have to stay off the ropes if she can. Try to keep it in the center of the ring. Even there, of course, it's not safe because Sanchez, who's now landing those right hands, is just so aggressive.
She's turning her punches beautifully, and she struck her with a liver shot. Edwards down in a heap, taking some heavy breaths. It's at least one knockdown, and with just over a minute and a half to play with, Sanchez knows she's hurt.
And you can bet Sanchez will go downstairs again.
Edwards trying to hold on, buy some time. Could we pick up potentially a stoppage here in the first round? Another good body shot from Erica Sanchez to the other side. Oh, Al, she is hunting that left side of Edwards, but she's also doing quality work upstairs.
Yeah, Sanchez, when she knows you're in trouble, she is a really aggressive fighter, and she's doing it here. Edwards, who had not been knocked out certainly this season, with all this time left, has survived a portion of it, which is actually kind of extraordinary.
Still 50 seconds to go after getting hit in the liver. That could be an eternity for a fighter. As Sanchez continues to tag Edwards, starting up upstairs, comes back with that right hand and another left hand, followed by a right hook. Punches coming from every direction from Erika Sanchez. Edwards trying to fight back.
Edwards knows that she has to try and counter, even though she's in trouble, because if not, Sanchez could easily finish this.
Edwards showing some strength and durability here. Staying on her feet after that liver shot, not going down from the punches that followed. But some extra points right out of the gate for Los Angeles. Just what they need against the higher seed in Las Vegas. Erika Sanchez with 2 points after round 1.
And you said it best, the women's contingent is a key factor in LA getting this upset tonight. And here's Sanchez doing what she does, which is attack, and then she would rip a left hook downstairs. That was a beauty, and she got all kinds of leverage on it, and Jordan Edwards went down, and there was a minute 43 left in the round when that happened. So it's pretty extraordinary that Jordan Edwards was able to get through and make this a 2-point loss, not a 4-point. And we'll see Edwards, if Edwards can compete later in the evening, she's scheduled to do it.
TBL fans, the winner of round 1 by way of unanimous decision. 2 points going to the LA Elite, Erika Sanchez. Round 2 at featherweight, LA, Sean Brewer. Las Vegas, Ioannis Argilagos.
There's Sean Brewer. There's Ioannis Argilagos coming in. The 29-year-old Cuban who lives in the Miami area, competing for Las Vegas. 6-7 in his TBL rookie campaign, and that includes losses to Sean Brewer in 2 of 3 rounds that they faced off against one another. Brewer's had a successful regular season, and this is where LA can make its mark out. These opening rounds, some of these fighters have had more success over the course of 2026 for Los Angeles.
Yes, and the last time they faced each other, a big win for Las Vegas. LA was ahead after the launch rounds, but then Las Vegas won 12 of the next 13 rounds to take control. So a good start doesn't guarantee a win, but it gives you a better chance.
Brewer 10-4 in the regular season, second year with Los Angeles after he entered the league 2 years ago with Vegas.
Yeah, and had not been super successful until this season, and now has had an excellent year at 10-4.
See Brewer with a 4-inch height advantage as well. Peppering Argilagos with the 1s and 2s.
Argilagos has had problems this season sometimes when he just hasn't been able to get into punching range and has been kept at bay. And he's a little shorter for this weight class, and sometimes he just can't get his offense going.
Brewer missed with that uppercut ever so slightly a few moments ago.
Sean Brewer's last outing was a disappointment for him. He lost to James Pierce, and that cost LA a victory, the match was tied. So he's been much more aggressive in this round than he was in that losing round to Pierce.
Now, Los Angeles ended its regular season losing by 1 point to Phoenix on July 18th. Overhand right from Argilagos. So they are very much backing into the playoffs.
And I think that round has fueled Brewer. I mean, he's been much more aggressive than we even normally would see him. He's a very good boxer, sometimes likes to counter punch, but tonight he's just going after Argilagos.
Brewer finding a home with that jab, getting past the guard of Argilagos.
And the height and reach of Brewer, obviously a big issue for Argolagos.
Argolagos pumping his chest between flurries here as he's swinging wild with those overhand lefts and rights. Inside 1 final minute to go here in the second round between Brewer and Argolagos.
And Argolagos, an interesting study because he's 9-2-1 in the pro ranks, an Olympic medalist, and yet, you know, it shows you in his debut season, he's 6-7. This is not the easiest format sometimes to master.
Good timing from Argolagos with that left hand. These two 126-pounders going to the bell, and how about that? Brewer with a knockdown in the closing seconds. What a start for Los Angeles. Time's up for Argolagos.
Well, Sean Brewer has not shown a lot of power in the TBL, though he has 4 knockouts in his 5 wins outside of it, but he does tonight. First of all, he was very aggressive, and there, with just moments to go, was able to get that right hand in after Argolagos had landed his own right, and Sean Brewer created a 2-point win that probably surprised everybody.
That's all it took.
TBL fans, the winner of round 2 by way of unanimous decision. 2 points going to the LA Elites, Sean Brewer. Round 3 at lightweight, LA Jose Pablo Rodriguez, Las Vegas Alan Medina.
So an auspicious start for Los Angeles. They pick up extra points in the first 2 rounds. They have a 4-0 lead as we move to lightweight. Jose Rodriguez and Alan Medina stepping into the ring. 2 135-pounders.
And if you're Las Vegas and you're looking for a silver lining, it might be that Alan Medina has beaten Jose Rodriguez this season. It was a split decision, but he was able to get the win.
That came back on March 21st. And how about Jose Rodriguez coming out of the gate in the opening bell, swinging freely?
Well, he's a very aggressive fighter, and he can be very good offensively in some of his TBL fights.
Oh, a sharp jab from Rodriguez. Medina trying to provide some answers there. Sneaks in a left hand between the punches from Rodriguez. So these 2 fighters with a high volume output in this first 30 seconds of round number 3.
Alan Medina's the kind of fighter who sets a moderate tempo usually and uses his boxing skills, but tonight he's been forced by Rodriguez into a firefight.
How about this? 2 TBL veterans in a 3-minute phone booth battle. Medina and Rodriguez standing toe-to-toe right in front of each other.
Medina is pinning his hopes on more of those straight left hands that he's landed, and Rodriguez, of course, is landing some very nice power shots, including the left hook. But there's the hand speed of Medina. He's very, very quick, and the uppercut becoming a big weapon for him here.
Rodriguez doubling up the left moments ago. Both shots landed. And another sharp jab from Jose Rodriguez in his 3rd TBL season. Went only 5-4 in the regular season, but had a win over Osval Caballero, who he's going to see later on tonight. Good protection from Medina from that right hand from Rodriguez.
Alan Medina, I think, kind of turned things around after that quick start by Rodriguez. He's been very sharp with his punching, and Rodriguez has still been active, but has not been able to land as effectively as he would like. And the uppercut from Medina, a key weapon right now. And for Alan Medina, you're hoping that you can create some separation because of his 38 TBL fights, 14 have ended in split decisions, so he's had his share of those.
Got tagged by multiple punches moments ago, but for the most part, outside of those first 20 seconds or so, he's done a pretty good job slipping, ducking out of the way, but periodically getting tagged with some punches that might catch the judge's attention, like that left hook to the chin right there. It might be too much to overcome at this point.
Yeah, Rodriguez has stayed busy, and Medina has answered that for the most part, and that was a great combination at the end by Medina. This is going to be an interesting one.
Terrific round for the full 3 minutes.
Very exciting matchup here between these lightweights. And the early start by Rodriguez, he came out pounding and ripping the body and throwing off. But then Medina picked up the pace. These short left hands on the inside, plus the uppercuts that he was landing. There's another straight left by Medina. Or that was left hook by Rodriguez, but
TBL
Medina did a lot of good work.
Of round 3 by way of unanimous decision. From the LA Elite, Jose Pablo Rodriguez.
Mark that one down as one to look back on.
Round 4 at super lightweight, LA Erica Farias. Las Vegas, Joanna Número.
There's Nuamaru, 7-8 in her first TBL season. She did beat the woman in front of her in the ring, the former world champion Erica Farias, twice, way back on March 21st, then lost 2 rounds to her on June 19th. And Farias was getting tagged right here to start this round. Now, I was about to say, she really found her footing as the regular season progressed.
She did, but so did Nuamaru, right? As she got better as the season was going on, and she is just going after Farias, who is almost a legend in women's boxing.
Another reminder on the scoring system. All the points scored add up for your team. LA at the moment up 5-0. If you win by way of a judge's decision, it's 1 point. If you record a knockdown, it's 2 points. We've already seen a couple of those. 2 or more knockdowns in an individual round is 3 points, and 4 points for a knockout, stoppage, TKO, or a forfeit, or a DQ. You get the full 4 for your team.
The 41-year-old Farias is a 3-time world champion in women's boxing. And the interesting thing is, this year, she, as we pointed out, she got off to that slow start. Then she put together, a 9-fight winning streak. But Nuamaru, who is a fascinating woman, who has a great background as a nightclub operator, an actress in Sofia, Bulgaria, and she is a really good athlete. She has gotten better all season, and she's putting on a really good performance here.
We'll see how big the motor is for Nuamaru. Can she sustain that type of energy for the entirety of this 4th round? Farias starting to box better, keeping Nuamaru out of the pocket. A former WBC lightweight and super lightweight champion. You see doing a good job boxing on the back foot.
A nice combination by Farias, who of course is a skilled fighter. Good left hook by Nuamaru, but
and Farias returns the favor.
Same thing.
Well, Las Vegas has found itself down 5-0 through the first 3 rounds. They need to start to make a move and climb out of this early hole.
And Nuamaru has lessened her volume as this round has gone on. That's for sure. Question is, has Farias done enough to overcome that quick start from Nuamaru?
Overhand right, just missing from Farias, with Nuamaru in the corner here in round number 4. Final 20 seconds to go in this 4th round. Some of the fighters LA was counting on have already exceeded expectations here in the launch rounds, picking up extra points. Has Erica Farias done enough to make it another round victory for LA, or the Noamaru, and her burst of speed and energy out of the gate swayed the judge's opinion.
Well, there's one of the counter left hooks by Farias as she came back in that round after the quick start by Noamaru. And there's Noamaru landing a nice left hook. So this is going to be, and that was where it got exchanged. So we'll see.
We'll see these two again in round 11.
TBL fans, the winner of round 4 by way of unanimous decision. From the LA Elite, Erica Farias.
So the former world champ adds another point to LA's surprising 6-0 lead. It all started with that shot to the liver. Erica Sanchez, Sean Brewer delivering extra points for Los Angeles to start. Stay up to date with the latest stats, team leaders, league leaders, and standings through Team Boxing League Season 4. Just go to tblstats.com, and don't forget to stay up to date with the latest playoff contests at tblstats.com/playoffs. Taking a look at the bracket here in the TBL postseason, getting set for round number 5. LA up 6-0. Let's go back to Ray.
Round 5 at welterweight, LA Osvaldo Lopez. Las Vegas Reynera Salgado.
Osvaldo Lopez, Rainier Salgado getting ready to tussle in round number 5. And Los Angeles already up 6-0. Who saw that?
No. Salgado has had an 8-1 season, has 2 wins this season over Lopez. So the Las Vegas folks are hoping he stays true to form tonight. They need that.
And here's Salgado in the purple trunks going, or beg your pardon, in the black trunks going for his 8th straight round win.
Lopez is an aggressive fighter. He'd like to get on the inside and where he could make this kind of an ugly affair and bang away at the body and the head of Salgado. Salgado, this is, you know, his best TBL season. He was 5-12 in TBL coming into this season overall, and this is second season. So he's upped his game considerably.
Well, we already saw Erica Sanchez and Erica Farias pick up points for Los Angeles. Could the third woman, Lizette Lopez, who's due up in round number 9, do the same? She's standing by with Sophia.
Lizette, your team has won every round since the beginning. How important is it to start off strong and get the momentum going?
It's definitely important, you know, to start off strong. It dictates the pace of everybody's, you know, presence in the ring, you know, in their performance. You know, it also gives us like an extra oomph, you know, that energy. We need it for sure.
Now, something that your coach said was playoffs is a clean slate, a new chance. How does it feel being able to bring that here in LA with a full house?
Oh, you know, the fans, everybody, including the other team, you know, everybody brings the energy. You can feel it. It's crazy.
Thank you. Best of luck tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Sophia. It looked like Salgado got chinned there by Osvaldo Lopez's head, but Lizette Lopez is absolutely correct. It does look like there's a burst of energy and new life for Los Angeles tonight.
Yeah, Salgado is trying to put a stop to that, and he has performed very well in this round. He's landed some really good straight left hands and been the sharper puncher. So he's hoping he can at least get 1 point back for Las Vegas. And there is the right hook by Salgado.
Salgado's looked like he's been a step ahead of Lopez this entire round.
And this is looking a lot like the first 2 matches that these men had against each other, where the hand speed and boxing skill of Salgado kind of dominates things. And Salgado has power. It was a KO win early in the season over Colin McNeil, so he's got some pop as well.
Vegas and Los Angeles, they met on March 21st. It was the first match for each team. Las Vegas won by just 2 points, 17-15. They fought again on June 19th, and Las Vegas was able to rout LA 22-9. They're going for a 3rd straight win this year against Los Angeles, but they have some work to do.
They do, and you know, I mentioned that they were ahead after the Salgado feels like he did his work tonight, that Vegas was ahead or behind in the launch rounds the last time when they dominated LA, and they came back, but not as down as they are now. And here's Salgado. That was good body work and straight left hands. When he puts his punch together, he's a very good combination puncher. And the right hook was a weapon he used a lot during it. And there you see a little showmanship from him right at the end.
He utilizes his reach so well against Osvaldo Lopez. You have to feel good if you're Vegas, knowing that Salgado and Lopez are going to do it again in round 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 5 by way of unanimous decision, from the Las Vegas Hustle, Reynel Salgado. Round 6 at super welterweight, LA Angel Munoz, Las Vegas Dislan Ravo Gainza.
Angel Munoz stepping into the ring. 7-2 so far this season, including 2 quality wins over that gentleman, Dislan Gainza. He is 0-3 lifetime against Munoz.
And Munoz knocked him down in one of the fights as well. So for Gainza, who has had a good season at 8-4, and he's 21-7 overall in TBL, that's not the way things usually go for him. But Munoz might be his kryptonite.
It's like a batter and a pitcher in baseball. Sometimes some guys just match up well against another.
And we've certainly seen it in boxing, though, over the years. Munoz switching to lefty there. He will pressure Gainza. That's what he does. He's a very good pressure fighter.
Gainza coming up, whiffing on a 3-punch combo. Nothing landing. Good defense from Gainza.
Munoz is a 23-year-old who's 9-2 in boxing outside of TBL and has been growing as a boxer. And we've seen that in the TBL. This is his 3rd season. He continues to really march forward as a fighter. And Gainza, who is a fascinating guy in Las Vegas, he's a model, a male model. He does a lot of interesting things outside the ring, and he has gotten better also as he's gone on. Gainza is a very skilled boxer, but sometimes, and we're seeing a little of that here, although Munoz isn't landing a lot either, Gainza's not able to get his offense going.
Good defense, though. Good defense
Yeah.
from Gainza. Operating nicely, maneuvering out of the way on the back foot. A little over a minute to go in the 6th round.
Usually when Munoz double jabs his way, and he can get on the inside and work, but he didn't do that in that instance.
Connections coming at a premium in this round between Munoz and Gainza. Both admiring their defensive work.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Both men have actually done a very good job defensively in different ways. Gainza with movement and Munoz slipping and blocking punches.
Left hand to the body from Munoz landing moments ago. The rest, Gainza able to deflect. Gainza 24 years of age, Munoz 23. Out of San Bernardino in California. Right hand upstairs from Gainza.
That's going to be a difficult round to score. Neither man did brilliantly offensively, but both men were good defensively, and the question is, what did land and what do the judges give them credit for? There was a right hook that grazed and a nice jab by Gainza, and he did some good work from the inside occasionally in the round. Munoz, who likes to fight on the inside, wasn't really able to get there a lot, and that's the reason, the movement by Gainza and the fact that he's out there slipping punches. So, and then Munoz showing us his defense and making sure the crowd knew it.
TBL fans, the winner of round 6 by way of split decision from Las Vegas, Islam Rovo Gainza.
Well, you can hear the crowd in disagreement, but it's now a 6-2 LA advantage.
Round 7 at middleweight, LA Terrell Gaucher, Las Vegas Adriel Holmes Jr.
Round 7, presenting an interesting matchup at 160 pounds. Terrell Gaucher, Adriel Holmes, two fighters who made their mark in traditional boxing, meeting up here in TBL. Gaucher compiling a 24-6-1 record with 12 KOs. Holmes, meanwhile, 17-1 in traditional boxing. This is their first seasons in Team Boxing League.
And both were have been contenders at 154, now fighting at 160, although Gaucher has fought his last 3 matches in boxing outside of TBL at 160. When they first met early in the season here, Adriel Holmes in his first TBL chance, he not only beat Gaucher, scored 2 knockdowns, albeit flash knockdowns. So, and Gaucher is 0-6 in TBL. It has not been the way Terrell Gaucher imagined his time in TBL.
Still looking for that first TBL win. 2 fighters out of the Midwest. Holmes from Flint, Michigan. Gaucher originally from Cleveland.
These are 2 men we could have easily seen in boxing outside TBL end up fighting each other. They didn't, and they've been, now this is the 3rd time they've encountered each other in TBL. Or 2nd time, I should say. And Gaucher's losses have all come to lefties. Damian Lascal and Jordan Barrera and Holmes.
That's a good point. Holmes, the 32-year-old southpaw. Trying to time that jab with Gaucher, but this round has been fought at distance.
Yeah, and Gaucher's been a little more active than we've seen in a couple of these other TBL matches. I don't know that he's been super effective, but he's at least coming forward and trying to land, but some good countering by Adriel Holmes. This is another match in which neither man has gotten as much done offensively as they would like. Gachet has a really good right hand, and it dropped Tim Zhu in their fight, a fight I announced, and but he hasn't been able to get that in.
He hasn't really been able to go for it, and it's not ruled a knockdown, it's ruled a push.
And we mentioned that when they fought before, a couple of flash knockdowns that were disputed by Gachet against Holmes.
Gachet's had trouble letting his hands go here in the 7th round.
Yeah, and that's been his issue in his other TBL fights.
Blocked the wide left shot from Holmes. Tried to come back in with another. Wasn't as accurate. So these two fight to the bell. The only round of the night for both fighters. That's at least scheduled.
Well, it was, as we said, a kind of a defensive struggle. That was Gachet going down, but not from a punch. And Holmes landing an overhand left, which he did a couple of times during the course of that round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 7 by way of unanimous decision from the Las Vegas Hustle, Adriel Holmes Jr. Now our final launch round will be in the heavyweight division. LA, Michael Hunter. Las Vegas, Kai Brooks.
Well, here is our round to watch to close out the launch rounds after Adriel Holmes makes it 3 straight round wins for Las Vegas. It's a 6-3 LA lead in the overall scores. Take a look at Kai Brooks coming back from a hand injury, and here he is against Michael the Bounty Hunter.
And the interesting thing is you can make a strong case that Kai Brooks is facing the best fighter he's faced. He's 6-0 as a pro, but against competition a little bit lower level than Hunter got to as a contender in the cruiserweight and heavyweight division. And we'll see if the Brooks power can come to play against Hunter.
Michael Hunter is 12-1 in his career in Team Boxing League, but until July 18th, he hadn't participated in the league since 2023. He won 2 fights over Cesar Navarro, and now he's back here in the postseason.
Yeah, and he had a long layoff in general. He hadn't fought since 2024, but he won his first 2 matches when he came back to TBL and looked fairly sharp. So he's going to try and keep this at distance, not get hit with a big Kai Brooks right hand or left hook, and see if he can outbox Brooks in this fight.
You see that right hand from Kai Brooks on the left side of your screen, cocked and ready to go.
Kai Brooks coming back, as we said, for the first time since May because of the hand issue. He hopes that's okay in this fight. Now it's Hunter on the front foot, but he doesn't get there with that left hook, and they both smile about it.
They're scheduled for 2 rounds against one another tonight.
Well, this is an interesting tactical fight from the Brooks standpoint. You would think he would be coming forward a little bit more, looking, and you say he's got that right hand cocked, he wants to throw it, but hasn't thrown it. And he's kind of engaged in a boxing match with Michael Hunter, which doesn't seem to me to be, you know, his best move.
Hunter flustering Brooks momentarily. That right hand from Brooks is just kind of peppering Hunter, either downstairs, he's kind of just throwing it out there just to throw it.
Yeah, and he's not really doing much with it, but there's the jab of Hunter. That's Hunter's calling card.
And that's been the best punch of the round between both fighters.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe a couple of left hooks getting in for Hunter, but not really anything spectacularly big. And it's been a round in which Kai Brooks has been very content to be a pure boxer.
Looks like he lost his footing there. Are you surprised, though, is what we're seeing with specifically with that right hand, soft touches to the body. We haven't seen him throw the straight right.
No, not at all. And it hasn't even barely tried it to the head. I mean, the best way to describe this is a passive performance by Brooks.
Well, you wonder what round 22 will look like stylistic between Michael Hunter and Kai Brooks, because here, and you see him shake the right hand at the sound of the bell, Kai Brooks. This was a pretty passive 8th round.
Yeah, Hunter was able to kind of, I think, control and kind of dictate the action just with the offense. He did create the jab, and he's pushing Brooks back. Not everything landing, of course, but he's the one that kind of is dictating how that round was fought. And there's a sneaky left hook by Hunter, and he's talking to Kai Brooks. They both engaged in a lot of conversation during that round.
TBL fans, the winner of round 8 by way of unanimous decision from the LA Elite, Michael Hunter.
So Michael Hunter is able to extend the lead for the LA Elite as they get off to a big start in the launch rounds. And now Justin's going to tell you a little bit more about our playoff situation.
Thanks, Al. Obviously still waiting for the result between LA and Las Vegas tonight. Then we will have the semifinals in place as we continue our march to Mega Brawl 4. Starting August 21st, the semifinals begin. Jesse Hart and the Philadelphia Smoke head to the desert in Phoenix, Arizona to take on Azariah Cottrell and the San Antonio Snipers. That comes your way again August 21st at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Then on August 22nd, we'll finally determine the final matchup of the season for Mega Brawl 4. Luis King Kong Ortiz and the Miami Assassins will take on the winner of tonight's matchup, again at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. All the action leading up to Mega Brawl 4 can be seen right here on Team Boxing League, where every round is the last round. Sunday night in Southern California, the LA Elite, who had trouble all season long against winning teams, putting forward their best foot in the launch round, scoring 7 points early. They take a 7-3 lead into the middle rounds over Las Vegas in this quarterfinal matchup. As we welcome you back inside our studios. Justin now with you. And I think Los Angeles realized they would need something extra against the higher-seeded Las Vegas Hustle, but they got it early, and they're hoping that's not just the end to the extra scoring tonight. It's the beginning.
Yeah, they would like to not repeat what happened the last time they faced Las Vegas when they were ahead after the launch rounds. But then Las Vegas went on a tear, winning 12 of 13 of the next rounds. They were hoping that doesn't happen. But, you know, they got good performances from some of the people, as you mentioned, they were hoping would step up here tonight.
Well, let's take a look back at that impressive start for Los Angeles as we take a look at our launch round highlights, including round number 1. Erica Sanchez, Jordan Edwards, and again, Erica Sanchez, a fighter that Manny Robles can count on, and boy, did she deliver.
Yeah, very aggressive fighter. She had beaten Edwards already once this season, and not only was she able to get the win, but with that knockdown, which happened very early in the round, and somehow Edwards was able to stay on her feet the rest of the round, making it only a 2-point win, but still a big win for Sanchez.
Edwards showing toughness, and she'll be back in round 20. Then in round number 2, Sean Brewer, Johannes Argelagos. There was a lot of action in this fight, but Brewer able to score extra points near the end of the round.
Yeah, he was on his way to a decision win, Brewer. He's been very aggressive in it. But then in the final moments, when Argelagos was landing a right hand, so was Brewer. And Brewer sent him down. And with just seconds remaining, created a 2-point win, which was very important for LA to get off to that monstrous start.
Especially when you are a one-and-done fighter. Sean Brewer had one single round to compete in tonight, and he picks up 2 points for Los Angeles. All right, it is time for the middle rounds, and as we take a look at the middle round portion, round number 9 certainly stands out because you have Lizette Lopez, a tough, battle-tested veteran in this league, going for her 40th career TBL win against a 19-year-old in Julie Gallegos.
Yeah, and when this got put down as the a round to watch, it felt like it could be significant, but it's even more significant right now because if you're Vegas, Julie Gallegos, a 19-year-old who's 4-2 this season and has lots of promise, but taking on Lizette Lopez, a veteran who, as you point out, looking for her 40th win. So this TBL has been great for her, and she has had a spectacular season.
And we also talked about the Las Vegas Cubans at the top, the Caballeros, the Johanler Martinez's. We are going to see them in the middle round portion. They need to make a move here for Vegas, already down 4.
Yeah, as you look down the roster of the schedule of what we have left, there are still some of those important fighters that you talked about still to come for Las Vegas, and they're hoping they can do exactly what they did the last time they fought LA.
All right, so we already saw Erica Sanchez. We already saw Erica Farias get their hands raised for Los Angeles. Could the third woman for Los Angeles do the same? Lizette Lopez coming up next as we start the middle rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin the middle rounds between the LA Elite and Las Vegas Hustle. Round 9 at featherweight. LA Lizette Lopez. Las Vegas Julia Gallegos.
Juju Gallegos on your screen there, 19 years of age, out of Las Vegas. A rookie competing for Houston in the regular season, but here filling the void for Las Vegas. Went 4-2 in her rookie campaign. And for Lizette Lopez, again, a 39-17 career TBL record, went 14-2 in the regular season. And the only fighter to beat Azariah Cottrell this year.
And, you know, you mentioned that Gallegos is an addition. Of course, as I mentioned, she's from Las Vegas. She's performed out in those amateur competitions in that area and other areas, and that's how she's gotten to be such a good prospect. Lizette Lopez has been a point producer and a winner this season.
Good ring generalship. Has a solid lead left hand, as you're seeing right there. Lizette Lopez, 27-year-old southpaw out of Salinas, California. Throws that left hand from a variety of angles.
And she uses her jab as a way to kind of neutralize the offense of her opponent. And one of the things that Gallegos is trying to do is give her some angles right now to see if that can help her get in with the left hook and maybe land that straight right. And there she does.
Lopez meets her.
The head movement of Gallegos, who just didn't that time move it when she got hit with the straight left by Lopez, is going to be essential for her as she comes in.
There are also these soft touch right hooks from Lopez that obviously aren't being thrown with a ton of ferocity, but they're connecting, they're scoring.
Yeah, that's what Lopez does. She stacks punches on each other, even though they're not big power punches. Nice right hand by Gallegos.
Yeah, it was sewed through the guard. Both women punching with one another, both connecting.
Yeah, Gallegos is finding a little bit of a home for that right hand, which is going to be essential for her if she's going to pull off an upset here tonight.
Well, her only 2 losses came against Erica Sanchez, who we saw in the first round. So she'd like to deliver some payback to Sanchez's LA teammate.
Yeah, and she will face Sanchez later on tonight. So she's got a big mountain in front of her with those 2 tonight. But you can see in this match that she's not outgunned here, although Lopez has done some very good work in a number of spots in this round.
Yeah, not outgunned, certainly not overmatched, though Lopez has connected on multiple shots. And she's doing a good job countering here against the 19-year-old.
Very much. And it's because Gallegos has had to ramp up the pressure to see if she can, you know, get back some of the territory she lost earlier. And when you do that against Lisette Lopez, you can be countered, and she was.
Oh, she knocked her down! Straight right hand by Juju Gallegos. And Las Vegas coming alive at the start of the middle rounds. What a huge swing for the Las Vegas Hustle.
Well, this 19-year-old has a good right hand. We talked about it. She did get it in on 4 or 5 occasions, but this one was the perfect one. Just right up the center, and she, you know, she was feinting a lot, which was part of the reason that right hand landed, and there was a big moment. Now, the question is going to be, does that have to be a 2-point round because Lopez was controlling much of the round? It probably will be, though.
It raises some questions because Lisette Lopez seemingly was seconds away from picking up a win. If you're Lopez, you have to be frustrated with yourself.
Yeah, that was certainly a disappointment to her after she fought a really pretty good round, especially in the last 40 seconds. She landed a lot of counter punches.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 9 by way of unanimous decision. 2 points going to the Las Vegas Hustles, Julia Gallegos. Round 10 at lightweight, LA Keith Hunter, Las Vegas Osvaldo Caballero.
So just like that, it is a 2-point match. Gallegos being awarded the full 2 points. It's 7-5, Los Angeles leading.
And you made the point, some of the heavy hitters, or at least winners for Las Vegas coming up, that's one of them, Osvaldo Caballero, who is a, you know, close to being a TBL legend with a 38-9 record. He could join the 40-win club tonight as well, and he's a tough man to beat. And here's the thing about Osvaldo Caballero that people should look at. He might not do well in the first 1 minute and 20 seconds of the round, but he has this uncanny ability, and has all during his career in TBL, of coming back in the last minute and a half. He owns the last half of almost every fight he's in.
It's comical because we talk about slow starters in traditional boxing and how you can get away with it. 9 times out of 10, you can't get away with it in TBL. But Caballero has found a way to make it work.
Yeah, and interestingly, here in this round, he's landed some good punches early, but you can see the engine doesn't quite get started at this point in the round for him. And if you're his opponent, you need to take advantage of that. And Keith Hunter kind of being more tactical right now, but he's not getting a lot of offense done. And Hunter is a good professional. He's got a good record outside with 16-3. He was close to being a top contender when he lost to Sanjarbek Rahman, and it kind of set his career back. He had that fight on Showbox. I did that fight, and things have been stalled a little bit for him.
Stands at 6 feet tall. Obviously has the height advantage over Caballero. A tall, lanky 135-pounder. He's 34 years old. Obviously, the metabolism hasn't gone away. Now he gets clocked with the right hand from Caballero. In and out for the Cuban. And Caballero dodges a punch and then lays down a combo of his own.
Yeah, this is the time of the round, as we said, when normally Caballero just comes alive and starts throwing more punches, but Hunter responding, and then Caballero gets his hook in.
These two lightweights exchanging single shots. Caballero with another right hand.
Hunter's doing a pretty good job with the jab of neutralizing Caballero coming forward. But you can see Caballero, he's got that mentality. He knows the clock is on, and he's being more aggressive.
There is a fearlessness from Osvaldo Caballero's approach in Team Boxing League that more fighters would benefit from adopting.
Yeah, and oftentimes he's in against taller opponents like this. Now, this round is an interesting one because Hunter has used his height and reach to some degree well, but I don't know if he's used it enough to say that he landed more punches than Caballero.
Caballero using the defense to get out of the way. He did drop there at the bell, but all smiles with the referee.
There was a right hand. It was thrown by Hunter, but I don't know that it landed to create that knee by Caballero. So there's Caballero landing kind of an overhand right. He's the kind of guy that, as you mentioned, that he goes in and out. He lands a shot like that, and then he's out, and then he's back in. And we'll see if he did enough or if Keith Hunter did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 10 by way of split decision from Las Vegas, Osvaldo Caballero. Round 11 at super lightweight, LA, Erica Farias. Las Vegas, Juana Nuamaru.
Quick turnaround for these two women. Erica Farias and Joanna Nuamaru. It was Farias emerging victorious in round number 4.
And we'll see if there's a continuation. Nuamaru was very effective early in the round, and Farias, the 41-year-old veteran, former world champion, was able to come back in the second part of the round and control things.
That win for Farias put Los Angeles up 6-0 out of the gate. Since then, they've been outscored 6-1 by Vegas.
Farias, as we said, kind of got her footing in the TBL this season after those 2 losses to Nuamaru. She's overall 12-2. She was 3-0 coming into this season in her previous TBL season. Nuamaru has a good right hand, which she landed a little bit at the beginning. There it is. It's kind of a looping right hand, but she can throw a straight one as well.
Left hand from Farias keeping Nuamaru at bay. Former 2-time world champ trying to go 2 for 2 against Joanna Nuamaru tonight in the quarterfinals. A trip to face Miami in the semifinals on the line for these two teams.
And this has been a very tactical fight. And Farias, who likes to come forward more often than not, and so does Nuamaru, neither have done that as much in this round. Farias trying to use her ring skills and ring savvy to get the job done. Lands a good right there. That one was a clear one. Farias has been in with the greats in women's boxing. Cecilia Brækhus, Jessa McCaskill, and more recently Michaela Meyer and Sandy Ryan. And she's fought the best women you can fight.
42 years of age out of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Fighting in and out of her home country throughout her career, fighting for world titles across multiple divisions for over a decade.
Joanna Nuamaru, who, as we said, during the season has kind of picked up momentum, even though her record coming in was 7-8. She had been doing better. Tonight, after that first quick start, she's kind of been stalled a little offensively. Now, Farias hasn't done that much offensively in this round either, but it's going to be interesting to see what the judges think.
Farias might feel she's doing just enough to win these rounds.
I agree, and she did land a couple of nice right hands.
Well, she got clocked with the right hand from Nuamaru.
That was
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it might have stunned her momentarily. This would be deja vu if she was able to get her down at the end of the round. She's trying.
Nuamaru flailing both hands as if she's swinging at a piñata. And Farias confident that she picked up another round win.
Well, both kind of working the room with the judges there. And here is Farias landing that one really nice right hand that she landed in the middle of the round. And then there's Nuamaru landing her overhand right. And then there would be another one later in the round that got in that was a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 11 by way of unanimous decision from the LA Elite, Erica Farias. Round 12 at welterweight, LA Kael Walden, Las Vegas Dariana Castro.
Darian Castro, some words to himself. There's Castro for Las Vegas. Third TBL season for him, nicknamed the Untouchable. A career 34-7 fighter in TBL. Got off to a 2-3 start this season, but finished 10-4 overall, winning 8 of 9. And for Los Angeles, it's an import from one of the non-playoff contenders in Nashville. That's Kyle Walden, who went 10-3 in his rookie season here at welterweight.
Yeah, it's funny, you and I were talking earlier, it felt like a kind of quiet 10-3, and of course it wasn't on a team that ended up in the playoffs, but he's a U.S. amateur champion in 2024, and he's done a good job. But Castro has had himself a very, very good season.
There is a player pool from the teams that missed out of the postseason where playoff teams can add to the roster, whether they're light in a certain division. Try and strengthen the roster. As Castro tries to battle back here against Walden.
Even though Castro's having a good season, 10-4, his first 2 seasons even better. He only lost 3 times in his first 2 seasons. So, he's used to success in TBL.
Walden, a 25-year-old southpaw out of Louisville. Good shot to the body. That left hand landing directly on Castro.
Yeah, Walden is a very good body puncher. They both have good right hooks, too, which we're seeing both men try and throw. Two very good, when it comes to technique, two very good fighters. Good amateur credentials for both, and they are showing it tonight. I mean, Castro, a 4-time Cuban amateur champion as well.
Each fighter sizing the other up before delivering some explosion, or at least trying to. Castro missing with that straight left, came back, and he may have caught the chin on Walden with that one.
Castro would like to be at range. Walden would like to be not right off his chest, but closer where he can work the body, which he's trying to do right now. And Castro, in the last 45 seconds, kind of winning the battle of geography in the ring and using his jab effectively.
Jab lands from Walden. This has been a high-octane chess match.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it, because there has been offense, but it's also been very strategic. And Walton switching right to right-handed, which is interesting, and he does do that from time to time.
Goes back to the southpaw position over the final 25 seconds. Darian Castro trying to close that deficit for Las Vegas even more. It's 8-6 Los Angeles as they try to pick off the 3 seed Las Vegas Hustle. Walden scores on a jab, but that was a pretty entertaining round. Like you said, a very strategic and measured round that did deliver some level of offense.
Yeah, it was still fun to watch, and you had to appreciate what those two fighters were doing in the ring. And there's Walden. That was the early in the round where he came up with that very nice attack. Not everything landing, but he got in some pretty good shots. And in other parts of the round, this is what we saw. From range, Castro landing good combinations. Important decision here.
TBL fans, the winner of round 12 by way of unanimous decision. From the Las Vegas Hustle, Darian Castro.
Castro emerging victorious. It is a 1-point match as Las Vegas continues to creep closer. LA clinging to an 8-7 lead. Halfway through this TBL quarterfinal matchup, it's LA 8, Las Vegas 7. Time for round 13.
Round 13 at super middleweight, LA Raul Solomon. Las Vegas, Diana DePestre.
Raul Solomon entering the ring. Diana DePestre in there as well. These are two fighters who both had winning records in the regular season. Their teams are counting on them to deliver some points here in a close matchup.
And boy, this should be fun. They have fought each other 8 times in the TBL. 5 of those have been split decisions, and they have split the wins 4-4. And they are a good stylistic matchup. Solomon wanting to come forward and get on the inside, and DePestre a little bit more of a boxer puncher.
Solomon, a 27-year-old Mexican-American out of Long Beach. So Thunder Studios literally in his backyard, wearing those purple trunks for the LA Elite. And you see a point score for this Los Angeles squad. Diana DePestre doing a nice job as well this season. He's won 3 in a row. And right now, Solomon on the hunt. He's the front-footed fighter.
And Solomon's only 2 losses this year against the man that was at the top of that list, Obed Bartiel. And those were good fights. They were very exciting.
Solomon moving forward, gets met with a right hand from DePestre.
You're going to see lots of combinations on the inside from both these men, and you're seeing it there.
There's a good connect rate here for DePestre early on.
Very good, yeah. He's been very accurate with his punches.
Wow, look at this. DePestre in rhythm here in round 13.
Solomon would like to pin him on the ropes, and that's where he is right now, where he could rip those left hooks. And you can see why I'm sorry. You can see why these two men have created these really close, good fights with each other.
There's another sharp jab right through the guard for Diane DePestre. Rolls off, works the body, comes back upstairs. Solomon trying to fight back with some counters.
DePestre's hand speed and combination punching has been very impressive in this round. And it's been difficult for Solomon to get past it. You know, Solomon's done some good offensive work. He has taken a lot of shots coming in.
Less than a minute to go in this 13th round, and so far, DePestre's performance is making you kind of scratch your head as to how the previous encounters between these two were so evenly matched.
Yeah, I think part of the thing is that Solomon normally doesn't get hit with as many counterpunches as DePestre is landing, because he's had good moments. Oh, there's the reason.
And Raul Solomon delivering the equalizer in this round, putting DePestre down on the floor with 30 seconds to go. Just when you thought he was out, Solomon connects with that right hand. We have seen some dramatic knockdowns so far in this quarterfinal matchup, and now both fighters letting the hands fly in the closing moments here in the 13th round.
And Solomon got in yet another left hook, and they have a lot of respect for each other, these guys. And that was an intriguing moment, I think, because DePestre had fought one of his best rounds of the year, really, against Solomon, who is a terrific fighter. There's some of the countering by DePestre that was very, very good. And coming off those ropes, he caught a perfect short right hand from Solomon. And after fighting an almost perfect round, DePestre knocked down. So big development here. And that's the counterpunching you see DePestre doing, which was great. But Solomon, at the end of the round, this was after he had knocked him down, was still battling away. And that was an impressive effort by both men.
TBL fans, the winner of round 13 by way of unanimous decision. 2 points awarded to the LA Elite, Raul Solomon. Round 14 at light heavyweight, LA, William Langston. Las Vegas, Chandler Martinez.
So a big 2 points picked up by Raul Solomon for Los Angeles, allowing the Elite to go ahead 10-7. And here is another loner from Nashville, William Langston, now in the purple trunks for Los Angeles, going up against Chandler Martinez, who has been sensational. An 11-2 start in his TBL career as these two 175-pounders do battle. And coming up in a little bit in round 18, Erica Sanchez already picking up extra points for LA. She'll be competing again, and she's standing by with Sophia.
Erica, you scored early on, scoring 2 points for your team, as did Julie Gallegos, who you will be facing in round 18. How are you planning to approach her?
I kind of approach her the same way I have in the past. You know, I'm going in there with confidence. I won the last 2 rounds when we fought, so you're gonna see a show.
Best of luck. Back to you guys.
Trying to go for more points, Erica Sanchez, but here Martinez, a dangerous opponent for William Langston.
Yeah, and Langston has had his best TBL season. He's 7-3, and he's a very good fighter as well outside of TBL, even though his 14-6-1 record wouldn't indicate it. I've announced a number of his fights, and he's a tough guy. And of course, Martinez has had such an excellent year and survived all the Rico Santana pressure to win 3 or 4 against him.
That's how he caught everyone's attention. We saw what Rico Santana was able to do in yesterday's quarterfinal between Phoenix and San Antonio. Phoenix not coming away with the victory, but Santana put his opponent down and out. Made it interesting.
You know, William Langston is off to a pretty good start in this round. Martinez has done some good work in the first half of it, but Langston has put his punches together really well, and he's been on the front foot literally the whole round. Martinez got on his name in front of everyone early in the season when he beat Jesse Hart twice.
Will the judges take into consideration this effective aggression from William Langston, where he's fighting on the front foot, bringing the fight to Johanler Martinez?
Yeah, the question is, what is, you know, see, there's good work by Langston.
Shots connecting.
Yeah, and the body shots are getting in, as you point out. And that's not good body language from Martinez to kind of be in there and not punching back.
You often wonder, like you mentioned, William Langston having a good season. You often wonder what the light bulb moment was for a fighter in Team Boxing League.
It's interesting. It's a really good question. And he was 6-9-1 coming into this season. But he's a good fighter outside of it, a solid fighter. So you get the feeling you can always turn things around. We have a lot of boxers tonight who are like that. Martinez still spending a lot of time on those ropes.
Langston's had some success with that right hand and landing the uppercut in a couple of moments within that round. That was a solid showing from William Langston. The question is it enough to get his hand raised? It could be.
Yeah, I would think it would be. I mean, all due respect to Martinez, who's been fantastic this year. He was mostly on the receiving end of punches and good body work. And when Martinez did try and counter, not really that effective. And he got himself pinned in the ropes, against the ropes and in the corner a lot. Did some good defensive work there. But for the most part, it was Langston on offense.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 14 by way of unanimous decision from Las Vegas, Johanler Martinez.
Oh my goodness, okay. All right, that's a shocker.
Well, Martinez closes the gap just a little bit.
Round 15 at cruiserweight, LA Juan Higuera, Las Vegas Luis Rafael Portuando Gala.
Honestly, I'm not sure where they found the offense from Martinez to give him that decision, but, you know, we have close ones sometimes that go in directions we're not sure they will.
Well, those two will meet again in round 23. And by the way, things are going right now. Could be close. LA up 10-8, and the overall score is Luis Portuando in the dark trunks on the far side of your screen, getting set to go with Juan Higuera, who's been a staple in the upper weights for Los Angeles the last 2 years.
And this season has been a tough one for him because he's at 2-10, and he's just Higuera is having some issues here. But Portuando, 6-5, is an aggressive, come-forward fighter, and Higuera's 1-2 against Portuando, so Portuando's got the slight edge in their rivalry.
And you see the height difference that Portuando's given up here. 5'7" is Portuando. Juan Higuera listed at 6'2".
Yeah, and that is often the case with Portuando. He's a come-forward guy who's going to try and get on the inside, crank up hooks, throw some overhand rights as he's coming in. He's not like all his other Cuban compatriots who are a lot of them are big, tall, lefty boxers. He's different.
He connects with the right hand moments ago. From Guantanamo, now resides in Las Vegas. He's fought in Cuba and Russia in traditional boxing, but he has not had a traditional boxing route in the USA. Trying to make his mark in TBL, and it lands a quality combo on Juan Higuera.
Yeah, the left hook for Portuando is a big punch, and you saw him uncork it in that instance. When Higuera has had his issues this season, it's been because he has been just a little passive offensively.
Portuando showing off some quick hands here in the 15th round. Trying to bring Las Vegas closer here in the overall score. They trailed early 6-0, and they've been clawing their way back into this fight ever since.
And Higuera has the kind of power that could change things because he's got 3 knockouts in TBL, which is a fair amount when you're in the TBL. But he's getting kind of raked over the coals by Portuando. Occasionally doing some good work at distance, Higuera, but the question is that enough in this round?
Portuando's body language hints at that he has command of this round in terms of dictating pace and rhythm. They fight to the final bell coming up here. Higuera now letting his hands go, but Portuando delivering an answer right back. May have connected there with a left hook.
Well, these guys have seen each other 3 times before. So
probably sick of one another at
this point. At this juncture. And Portuando trying to build on that 2-1 edge he's got over Higuera, and he did do some really good work, I thought, in that round with some good left hooks and good combination punches. But I'm not going to presuppose anything. And at the end, both these men showing a lot of respect for each other.
TBL fans, the winner of round 15 by way of unanimous decision. From the Las Vegas Hustle, Luis Rafael Portuando Gala.
Portuando getting its hand raised, and it is now a 1-point event.
Will be in the heavyweight division. From LA, Jonathan Royce. Las Vegas, Eric Ruiz.
There is Eric Ruiz, another talented Cuban fighter for Las Vegas, a 6'3" southpaw, going up against Jonathan Rice, a 6'5" heavyweight in his own right, with an 81-inch reach for Los Angeles.
And Rice has produced 2 knockout victories this season. He had a very disputed loss to Ruiz when they last fought. It was very close, a match that was a split decision. So we'll see how this one goes.
Ruiz coming up short with the left hand in the opening moments of this round. He has a chance to tie this event or potentially give Las Vegas the lead heading into the money round.
Ruiz has had a solid season. We saw that 8-2 record. He was knocked down against the elite in the first match early in the season by Jason Beauchamp, but he's rebounded well and has had a very good season.
Rice tried to stay out of range from that left hand. May have gotten tagged a moment ago.
Yeah, Ruiz will throw that kind of overhand left, and he needs that against the big, tall Rice. Rice has lots of power, but in his first match in TBL, he had Nagy Aguilera almost out on his feet and just didn't go after him. He could have 3 knockouts this season. So sometimes Rice isn't quite as aggressive as he'd like to be.
Single shot connection for Ruiz against Jonathan Rice.
This is what their last match looked like.
Yeah.
Ruiz kind of trying to create a tactical fight. Rice looking for the big punch. And tonight on several occasions we've seen fighters change the round with a big shot toward the end.
Well, by the way this has looked, it feels like Rice is just waiting for Ruiz to come a step or two closer. And I don't know if those steps are ever coming.
No, not for Ruiz, I don't think. And Ruiz takes a little chance to throw that overhand left, but look what he does. He gets out of there. He's not going to stick around for Jonathan Rice to give him any receipts.
Well, it is not often that Ruiz finds himself as the smaller man inside the ring, but he's staring up against the 6'5" heavyweight here in Jonathan Rice. But so far, this measured approach paying off for Eric Ruiz, and now he gets inside the pocket.
Rice got in a nice right hand a moment ago, but Ruiz took it very, very well.
These two are wrestling out of the clinch, and that is how round 16 and the middle rounds will conclude.
Well, Jonathan Rice thinks he did enough to win, and I don't know if he did or didn't, but it was certainly Ruiz kind of trying to control the tempo and occasionally coming with combinations like that. Not everything got in. The overhand left for Ruiz was the signature punch for him in that round.
TBL fans, the winner of round 16 by way of unanimous decision. From the Las Vegas Hustle, Eric Ruiz. At the end of the middle rounds, we are even.
Well, Eric Ruiz gets his hand raised, and with that, we are tied at 10-all through 16 rounds. Vegas has come back to tie it. What will the last 8 rounds have in store? The money rounds are coming up next over at Thunder Studios. A quick reminder, you can vote for Team Boxing League postseason awards. Season 4 awards are coming up. Just scan the QR code on screen or go to TBL.com and cast your ballot today. Sunset on a Sunday in Los Angeles, and the LA Elite and Las Vegas Hustle all tied up 10-10 as we get set for the final 8 rounds of this quarterfinal matchup here in the TBL postseason. Back inside our studios, Justin and Al with you. So Las Vegas takes the launch round 7-3. Las Vegas comes back and scores a 7-3 difference in the middle rounds to tie it up. Here in the money rounds, you have numerous fighters, multiple fighters with a chance to get some redemption or some to capitalize on their prior rounds and bring their team to victory.
When you're looking down what's left in this matchup, it is very easy to see this one literally going down to the final match because there are a number of fighters coming up that have a chance to win for either side.
There were some unexpected events that happened in the middle rounds. Let's take you through them, and it started with the very first round. Round number 9, Lizette Lopez, who only needed one more win to pick up her 40th career victory in TBL, going up against Juju Gallegos. And Lopez was seemingly in control this entire round, but near the ending stages, Gallegos clocks her with that straight right hand, and that is just how quickly things can turn as Gallegos emerges with these 2 points. So Lopez goes down. Now, they're going to fight separate opponents in the money rounds. It'll be interesting to see how those matchups pan out. But then in round 13 now, Raul Solomon, Diane DePestre, 2 fighters familiar with one another, and DePestre was putting forth a good effort here.
Well, LA returned the favor for Gallegos. Early on, DePestre fighting one of the best rounds he maybe has fought all season. But Raul Solomon, an aggressive guy who doesn't take no for an answer, in their 9th meeting with each other, found lightning in a bottle in the final moments with that big right hand and got a knockdown that would create a 2-point win for Los Angeles that stemmed the tide a little bit at that point for them.
Solomon and DePestre, that was the only round that they would be fighting here tonight, so they are done. William Langston and Johanler Martinez, they are not done. They are going to be fighting again in the 23rd round. It's going to be interesting to see where the overall score is at that point, because in round number 2, Langston has a chance to perhaps right or wrong, depends on how you saw the scoring in that first match.
Yeah, his fight with Martinez, I thought, was a very interesting fight. I thought Langston did most of the offense in the round. The judges felt Martinez did. So here's Langston now, as you said, with a chance to, in his mind, maybe right or wrong. Will Martinez be a little more offensively aggressive, even though he got the decision in the last one?
We'll see. That's coming up in round number 23. 10-10 the score as these two teams are tied up. Let's get to the action and begin the money rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin the money rounds between the LA Elites and Las Vegas Hustle. Round 17 at welterweight. LA Osvaldo Lopez. Las Vegas Reiner Salgado.
So 2 welterweights are beginning the action here in the money rounds. Rainier Salgado and Osvaldo Lopez for Los Angeles. Salgado came away with the victory in the launch rounds. It was the first round that LA won tonight. Remember, I beg your pardon, the first round that Las Vegas won tonight. LA began this evening with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that's pretty astonishing when you think where we're at right now. And Lopez is now 0-3 against this opponent, and Salgado has kind of really controlled the action against him every time they've been in the ring.
Can he do it again and bring Las Vegas its first lead of the night? The left hand coming through for Rainier Salgado. Las Vegas looking for a 3rd win over Los Angeles this year, trying to earn a spot in the semifinals against Miami.
Salgado, one of a number of these southpaws, mostly Cuban, from fighting for Las Vegas. And it's eerily similar because all are very good boxers that have some pop in their punches, and they're just good ring technicians.
Good body shot from Salgado. He is stepping through and punching with authority here on Osvaldo Lopez.
And Lopez has eaten mission is to get on the inside where he can do a little work to the body, maybe crank up some of those left hooks, but Salgado not really giving him an opportunity to do that. I did Salgado's last pro fight outside of TBL back in March, and he got a one-round knockout victory. And outside of TBL, he's only had 3 fights, but in this format, he has thrived now in his 2nd season.
A win for Salgado in this round can give Vegas the lead. This is a team that only lost once in the regular season, losing to Philadelphia, the undefeated Smoke. Good 3-punch combo from Lopez.
Yeah, Salgado's using this ring so effectively against Lopez and landing pot shotting from the outside. And as you pointed out, stepping in with some authoritative punches, not just tapping away.
I think I said Lopez had a 3-punch combo moments ago. I don't think he's thrown 3 punches in succession as Salgado comes back, taps Lopez's head back with that right hand multiple times, and he gives him a kiss. How about that as a parting shot?
I knew what you meant when you said that combination. Yeah, it was another bravura performance by Salgado, and that's his 10th win this season. So, against 1 loss. I mean, he has just been remarkable this year after coming into this season not with a big winning record. And in this fight, he used his hand speed and a little pop as well. And there you go. Lopez laughing. All right.
Salgado saying, "You have fattened my record up this year. Thank you."
The winner of round 17 by way of unanimous decision. From Las Vegas, Reiner Salgado. Round 18 at featherweight, LA, Erica Sanchez. Las Vegas, Julie Gallegos.
So with Las Vegas in the lead for the first time tonight, up 11-10, 2 women who scored extra points for their respective teams against different opponents earlier in the night. They will meet right here in the money rounds. Erica Sanchez for LA, Juju Gallegos for Las Vegas, who dropped the decorated Lizette Lopez in the 9th. Sanchez all the way back in the 1st, put Jordan Edwards down, and here they meet in round 18.
And they've only won 2 of the last 9 rounds, LA. And this is an interesting matchup because while Gallegos faced the Erica Sanchez, you see her accomplishments this year, she is a come-forward fighter who walks into the fire, as opposed to Lopez, who is a left-handed boxer. So for Gallegos, this is either a better matchup or a worse matchup if Sanchez's pressure gets to her.
Al, Sanchez got tagged with a left hand from Gallegos early on in this round, and it was almost a wake-up call to Sanchez, knowing that she has to be more aggressive and meaner against this 19-year-old.
And not get hit with those coming in. I mean, that's the thing about Sanchez. She can be hit coming in, but it usually doesn't deter her, and she goes after you. But a point to be made, Gallegos is only the 2nd boxer this season with a winning record that Sanchez has faced. There's that right from Gallegos, but Sanchez throwing combinations as always.
Sanchez turning the wrist with that right hook. Wow. And she is landing some beautiful punches here on Gallegos. These 2 women going toe-to-toe. You can see all the potential the future may hold for Juju Gallegos, just 19 years of age.
She landed a big right hand a moment ago. Sanchez done some really good combination work. Gallegos' fight with Tierra Brandt.
Oh, what a right hand by Sanchez. And another left hook. Erica Sanchez coming alive with some big connections in the 18th.
Gallegos had one of the best fights of the year against Tierra Brandt. This one as good, though she has been on the receiving end in the last 45 seconds from Sanchez.
What will the final minute give us? So far, the first 2 minutes, this is round of the night type stuff. LA and Vegas, very close here in this quarterfinal battle.
And the thing with Erica Sanchez is, in a round like this, she does so much volume that it puts her in good stead. Even though Gallegos has landed some power punches as well, Sanchez has landed more.
And Sanchez continues to come forward and bring the fight to Gallegos' front doorstep.
Could Gallegos do what she did in the last fight, though? Create magic at the end. She's landing some big power punches.
Anything is possible with some of the women in TBL with more time on the clock, but Sanchez continuing to throw lefts and rights against a smiling Gallegos. The 19-year-old proving her durability, but she needs to get busier with the hands, and that will do it. What an entertaining 18th round between Sanchez and Gallegos.
Well, Erica, the most amazing thing is during that onslaught, Gallegos smiling as if she was enjoying the combat. There's one of the overhand rights from Sanchez. In the early going, Gallegos was able to land some big power punches, but then Sanchez and her combination punching took over. That was a big left hook by Sanchez, and Gallegos, who has an amazing chin, took it, and what an exciting matchup.
TBL fans, the winner of round 18 by way of unanimous decision. From the LA Elite, Erica Sanchez. Round 19 at welterweight, LA, Kaeo Walden. Las Vegas, Darian Castro.
We're tied up again at 11. A massive victory for Erica Sanchez.
Since she came down from 140, she has been unstoppable.
Here's Castro and Walden, a rematch of round number 12. Castro outboxing Kyle Walden. A lone fighter, a hired gun, if you will, from the Nashville Smash for this LA squad.
And it was the first half of the last round they had with each other was pretty evenly fought, but then Castro kind of started to take control with better combination punching.
The referee having an issue with one of the gloves here for Castro. We're looking at the glove. It's that left glove. Tough to see what the issue is, but I wonder if he's going to get the whole thing untied. Is there a hole in the thumb area of that glove, maybe?
Hard to see. He's going to have to be regloved at least with one, it looks like. Or maybe it was the tape that was the issue.
Monitoring this closely. You see Castro wiggling that thumb. It has to do with that thumb area. But yeah, there you're going to fully take this glove off you.
Well, this is something I have certainly not seen in TBL yet. And this is, in this format, it's different because you have all these boxers and individual rounds. So something like this is, you know, becomes an interesting issue.
Well, the commission taking the glove away. It is league rule. All fighters have to be gloved up for the entirety of the bout.
Right. Well, whatever the defect was in that glove, I would imagine they're going to replace it now. Here we go. So nothing lost here other than some time.
He'll get re-gloved. Dewey Cooper applying the glove here.
And Darian Castro, who's always demonstrative and has a fascinating personality, he's adding to the moment, I think.
You have Kyle Walden at the other side of the ring, just trying to stay hot here. I mean, same story for Darian Castro, but so Castro getting the new glove on. You're told that his glove came apart.
Could be the thumb. You know, gloves are now created to feel thumbless because they need to be attached. And maybe that's the part that came apart. And if that's the case, they're correct in solving the problem by regloving them.
Quick and efficient, like getting a tire change on the racetrack.
Yeah, that was a good pit stop.
So here we go, round 19. Tie match at 11, trip to the semifinals on the line. And Walden showing some aggression here in the opening seconds. Again, Castro won their first round earlier in the night.
And Walden has wins over some good boxers, Darius Jackson and Javon Davis this season. So he's been in with good fighters, and we mentioned he came in with 10 wins, as did Castro.
Good single shot right hand to the body from Castro. Walden pretty jumpy, throwing that jab.
Both these men are good combination punchers. Castro certainly has a lot of hand speed, but Walden's capable of good combinations as well. This fight has been fought, as the first one was, mostly at range, and that helps Darian Castro because Walden wants to create a chance to land some of his right hooks to the body and the head, and instead he's getting hit from the outside range.
Castro's now won 9 of his last 10 rounds, counting a round earlier this evening.
Had an 8-fight win streak as part of all that. And it's just, he's creating the kind of season that has led him to approaching the 40-win mark in TBL.
Right hand to the body by Castro, came back with the left. He's shown the speed, the agility. He's a slick Cuban fighter, 4-time Cuban amateur champion. Darian Castro trying to pick up another point for his Las Vegas hustle and put them in the lead.
I am a little surprised that the hand speed difference is this much. Castro is a very quick fighter. Walden himself has pretty good hand speed, so I'm almost surprised that it's been so pronounced as a edge for Castro, but it has.
We've seen some memorable punches in the final seconds of several rounds tonight, and a good combo, maybe the best combo of the round for Darian Castro, coming here in these final seconds.
That was probably more definitive for Castro than the first round, in which he ended up getting the decision win. As Walden trying to work in with his own jab, and instead it's Castro landing the counter right hook. And then even though Walden got his own hook in there, it was Castro with a lot of combination work, as we saw a lot in that round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 19 by way of unanimous decision from Las Vegas, Darian Castro.
So with Las Vegas now up a point, Lizette Lopez a chance at redemption. She was dropped in round number 9 after seemingly being in control of her opponent Juju Gallegos in that 9th round. She lost, and now she'll face Jordan Edwards, who really had the wind knocked out of her sail with that liver shot from Erica Sanchez.
Yeah, both women went down in their first match, but a little more dramatic, I think, in some respects for Edwards, because she really looked hurt by that body shot. But amazingly, it happened with 1 minute and 43 left in the round. She got through the round.
And she got up quickly from the liver shot. You could see her controlling the breathing. You wonder if Lopez is going to focus on that liver area as well.
Yeah, and Lopez is a different kind of fighter than Erica Sanchez, but you can see her on the front foot, which she isn't always Lopez. She may feel that she can get her power in against Jordan Edwards. Edwards has offensive skills, and I mentioned in a lot of her fights she has gotten good offensive work done, but she's having a hard time tonight landing her shots.
She's had a hard time, period, against Lizette Lopez this year. She's dropped 3 rounds against Lizette Lopez. As she comes through with a left hand, does Lopez. A win from Lizette Lopez would mark her 40th in the league and would also tie up this score here in the quarterfinals. Well, you get the sense that she's looking for a knockdown, trying to negate the 2 points that she gave up back in that 9th round.
And she's landing some nice right hooks against Edwards.
2-punch combo from Lopez. Comes back with a 3-punch combo. And another left hand lands flush right past the guard of Jordan Edwards. This has been a quality last 30 seconds or so. Straight left hand from Lizette Lopez.
And it is interesting for all she's done. There was a left hand to the body. Lopez is not by nature a body puncher, but you might have thought she might try to go down there.
Just under 30 seconds to go. This has been target practice for Lizette Lopez.
And just as I said that, she threw 2 good body shots.
There's another one. Came back upstairs with the right hand. Victory number 40 in Team Boxing League looks to be moments away for Lizette Lopez here in round number 20 in the money rounds.
That's a unique milestone that seldom happens in this league. And we've seen it twice this year, and for Lizette Lopez, what a way to do it. Now there's that right hook downstairs for her, and so she did do some of that, and God knows she landed plenty of punches to the head. Straight left hand, and then they're going downstairs again. Great performance by her.
TBL fans, the winner of round 20 by way of unanimous decision from the LA Elite, Lizette Lopez.
Lopez gets redemption, gets win number 40 in TBL, and we get a tight score. Yet again, 12-12, final 4 rounds coming up with a trip to the semis on the line. Time for the final 4 rounds. LA and Vegas tied at 12.
Round 21 at lightweight, LA, Jose Pablo Rodriguez. Las Vegas, Osvaldo Caballero.
Osvaldo Caballero picked up a split decision win over Keith Hunter. Now he's in the ring with Jose Rodriguez, who won unanimously over Alan Medina. So someone who has been victorious tonight is going to taste defeat. And boy, it would come at an inopportune time for their respective team. 12-12 the score. Caballero in the black trunks for Vegas, Rodriguez in the purple.
And Rodriguez, who has had a good run in this season, had a pretty good season. Caballero, as we point out, one of the top performers in this weight class.
And Rodriguez beat Osvaldo Caballero to start the 2026 season. Oh, what a right hand by Caballero, and it sends Rodriguez down on one knee. He knew it, a flash knockdown, but it's extra points nevertheless for Osvaldo Caballero.
Caballero shaking his right hand. You have to wonder if he might have heard it when he landed that right. We'll see if he throws it a lot.
So far, nothing but lefts, including that left hook. There's the right hand. But he's scoring with the jab following the knockdown.
And getting that knockdown so early gives Caballero a chance to box if he wants to and think about a 2-point win. That was a really good right hand, but Rodriguez took it, even though he went down, he's got himself composed. All jabs coming from Caballero.
Since that knockdown, only one right hand has been thrown by Caballero. We've also seen him ring it out.
Yeah, you hate to speculate because you don't know, but when he was shaking it like that, and given the fact he hasn't thrown it, you can see how he's, using it here. And we could hardly be the only person to notice that. Clearly, his opponent may well have.
You think that's a given all the time? I would like to say yes.
That's a good point. Good point. Not always.
He threw it again there. But again, he kind of wrung it out after throwing it.
So now that creates an interesting drama here in these final seconds. And Rodriguez is being aggressive, trying to be aggressive, and Caballero's showing the right hand. So I think he's doing that. Well, that one was thrown with conviction. But he's smart enough, and he's such a savvy boxer to do it just enough. But look at Caballero.
With the left, and then he came back with the right. Oh, if that hand is hurt, Caballero is grinding through, biting down and launching it.
And landing good combinations. And his mission was kind of to stay upright, but he did more than that. Even with the jabs, he landed early.
Good round for Caballero. Cabby in the clutch, giving Vegas a lead here by multiple points.
Well, even though we speculated because he was shaking the right hand, he did land it after the round kept continuing. And here's early on. That was a perfect right hand. And, Rodriguez just barely went down. His glove touched, but, I mean, that's as good a right hand as Caballero can throw. And it was right on the point of the chin. Jose Rodriguez showing a lot of grit to get up right after that.
It was only the glove that touched, not the knee, but a knockdown for Caballero.
21 by way of unanimous decision. 2 points awarded to Las Vegas Hustles. Osvaldo Caballero. Round 22 at heavyweight. LA Michael Hunter. Las Vegas Kai Brooks.
Well, Los Angeles has seen 3 of its fighters record extra points tonight. And Las Vegas with just 2, but one of them coming moments ago with Oswald Caballero over the final 4 rounds, and that could be the most valuable 2 points of the night.
And will this fight change from the first one? We said that Kai Brooks had what we termed a kind of a passive performance. He wasn't really throwing with conviction. Will he do it in this one?
And keep an eye on that right hand, and whether or not it's thrown with some bad intentions. He was sort of peppering the body of Michael Hunter in that earlier round with the right hand.
And Hunter won the first decision primarily by using the jab, landing some left hooks as well, and pushing Kai Brooks back enough against the ropes to give the appearance that he'd done more than enough aggression.
The jab to the body from Hunter. Gets through again with the jab score downstairs. Brooks returns the favor. 14-12. Vegas with the lead after trailing 6-0 to open up tonight's event.
That knockdown obviously changed the dynamic here, but Hunter would like to get them at least 1 point closer or more, but he'd have to produce some power against Brooks. Hunter switching to lefty, which I have seen him do a number of times in other fights. His dad, Mike the Bounty Hunter, used to do it. Man, I did his dad's fights. Okay, that's the sad part.
You did yourself in there.
Yeah, I know I did. And I knew you wouldn't. So that was self-deprecating humor, and I didn't even have to.
A little over a minute to go in the 22nd round. And again, the right hand of Kai Brooks just staying in place.
It's holstered. And like you say, he'll tap it once in a while, but that's about it. And that has given Michael Hunter, you know, license to do things in this round. He's throwing the jab while he's raising his right hand to distract Brooks.
Accidental headbutt. Hunter doing the Daniel LaRussa as the body shot comes in from Brooks. Dewey Cooper, the head coach for Vegas, he was excited to get Kai Brooks back in here after the hand injury, but you wonder if the right hand is fully healed for Kai Brooks.
Yeah. It has not been thrown much, and Hunter's been able to do enough offensively, I would think, to control this round as well. Here's the move by Hunter where he was kind of holding his right hand up and then lands a left hook against Kai Brooks, kind of dazzling him with that. And I mentioned his father. That's the kind of thing Mike the Bounty Hunter would have done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of round 22 by way of split decision from LA, Michael Hunter. Round 23 at light heavyweight, LA, William Langston. Las Vegas, your Chandler Martinez.
Well, it's a 1-point matchup with 2 rounds to go. William Langston, Johanler Martinez, who you see on your screen. Martinez was victorious in round 14, but it was very close to call.
And we had this as the round to watch, thinking it would be important. It certainly is. And on top of it, it comes after a very, very close first round between these two. Martinez being more offensive early in this round than he was in the last one. You see how good he's been at producing points for his team.
Martinez visibly a step ahead of Langston through 30 seconds.
And a little more movement as well from Martinez. So far hasn't gotten caught on the ropes as he did often in the first round.
He's put together a 12-2 ledger so far in 2026, his first season in TBL. And another victory in this round would put a lot of pressure on LA and their 24-round fighter, Keith Hunter.
And the way this round is being fought favors Martinez. Langston was able to get on the inside, push Martinez back. Not so in this match. It's been Martinez using the ring, but still attacking. It's really interesting. I mean, this is completely different than their first match.
Yeah, he's controlling all facets of this round.
In the first round, he was content to back himself up. I mean, he won the decision, interestingly, but he's performing much more to his suited style in this match.
Now he's being effective on the back foot. Two-punch combo to the body from Martinez.
And he wants to hold up when they get on his side. He doesn't want Langston working there, and that's what he did. And he'll try to do that, he hopes, without incurring the wrath of the referee too much.
Yeah, likely negates the biggest strength for William Langston. It also chews up some time on the clock.
Yeah, very good point.
He's a smart 27-year-old Cuban fighter. He left Cuba ranked as the second best amateur in the country in the senior category. An amateur career of well over 200 fights.
Won international medals for Cuba, and this was superb.
There's no secret sauce to the high ring IQ for Johanner Martinez.
Yeah. And he's got 7 fights.
Oh, what a right hand. And again, came on the back foot.
That's a little bit of a dangerous exchange for him, though, in that corner, but he was able to get away with it. Langston missed a nice right hand there.
One of the few times he didn't move his feet.
Yeah, exactly, unlike the first fight.
You see him stick and move. Langston tagged him. And Martinez caught along the rope, but that round ends, and Martinez may have just given Vegas a huge lift with one more round to go.
Yeah, it would appear that way. Now, here's where he countered from that corner, where he didn't do the countering from the corner as much in the first round, even though he got the decision. You know, this one, I think he put a stamp on this. But I was wrong the first time, so we'll see.
TBL fans, the winner of round 23 by way of unanimous decision. From the Las Vegas Hustle, your Chandler Martinez. Round 24 and lightweight LA, Keith Hunter. Las Vegas, Alan Medina.
Las Vegas 15, Los Angeles 13. Vegas is 3 minutes away from going to the semifinals and meeting up with Miami. And Alan Medina, all he needs to do is stay on his feet, Al.
Yep.
He doesn't necessarily have to win. Obviously, he's going for the win. But all he needs to do is not get knocked down by Keith Hunter, the tall, lanky 135-pounder.
And you know, if you're looking for a guy that could fit that bill for Las Vegas, Alan Medina is one of them. He is, you know, he goes the distance. He's had many split decisions one way or the other, and he is a very solid veteran with 40 TBL fights, and he's not the kind of guy that's going to panic. And also, Keith Hunter, while he's got knockouts in professional boxing, 10 of his 16 wins by KO outside of TBL, has not shown that power in this format.
Keith Hunter lost a split decision to Oswald Caballero earlier in the night. Caballero coming up big for Las Vegas a couple of rounds ago with 2 points. And that could have been the momentum swing for this entire event. Vegas ahead by 2. And there are 2 minutes remaining in LA season if Hunter doesn't knock Medina down and at least force a tie.
You know, Rodriguez forced Medina into a firefight, and it was a great, really terrific fight that Rodriguez won, but Medina did good offense work. This is the Alan Medina that he's also capable of being against a fighter who doesn't rush in and throw bull-like rushes and throw big power punches. Against a boxer like Hunter, Medina's capable of kind of approaching this way.
Latter half of the round, you wonder at what point does Keith Hunter need to go for the home run, go for broke, not leave anything back. Again, there's a minute 15 left in his team season.
Well, there's nothing, you know, there's no gray area here. He's got to get a knockdown if they're going to tie this match.
Medina sneaks a right hand in on Keith Hunter.
And Alan Medina has fought this round exactly the correct way for his team.
Less than a minute to go in the 24th and final round. It's been a back and forth second half to this event, one in which LA surprisingly snuck out to a 6-0 lead. But Las Vegas has chipped away. They've taken the lead here in the money rounds. And now 30 seconds away are the Las Vegas Elite away from victory. Medina gets stumbled by a right hand, and now he's holding on for dear life.
Yeah, he got it with a right, also a left hook by Hunter. Hunter's big, he shouldn't celebrate. He didn't get a knockdown there.
15 seconds to go and an awkward approach from Keith Hunter.
He doesn't understand the situation, I don't think.
Well, only he knows what he's doing here. Medina trying to stay on his feet as now Hunter is leaving it all on the line. And that will do it. Las Vegas survives as Alan Medina stays on his feet. And you wonder what Keith Hunter was thinking in that approach over the final moments.
He let valuable seconds go by. Shades of when I mentioned Jonathan Rice had Nagy Aguilera in trouble early in the season and didn't go after him. That's exactly what Hunter did. And Alan Medina was able to survive. Well, look at it. It was, I think, a left hook. There's the left hook that almost sent him down. So close to him going down. And then after that, Hunter did have Medina in. This was, again, the left hook that almost sent him down. And then here's Hunter just not taking a long time. And there was more time even that expired with him not doing anything. And then finally, he went after Alan Medina and almost put him down again with the right hand. That's as dramatic a finish as you can get.
TBL fans, the winner of round 24 by way of unanimous decision from the LA Elite, Keith Hunter.
Well, Hunter's celebrating, but it doesn't help his team.
Keith Hunter gets the win, but Las Vegas does what's necessary to go to the semifinals. A bizarre finish in that 24th round, but Vegas victorious, 15-14. We'll be back. Team Boxing League is brought to you by Balance of Nature. In boxing, consistency beats intensity. Balance of Nature supplements help you stay consistent with ingredients of whole foods you can easily slot into your daily routine. Go to balanceofnature.com, use code TEAM, and start today. Time now for our star of the fight, brought to you by Balance of Nature. It was Osvel Caballero in round 21.
Yeah, I can point to many pivotal moments in this match, but this one is probably the one to look at, because with only several rounds left in this match, Osvel Caballero created a 2-point win for his team, and it was essentially the difference.
Caballero getting the 2 points there. Vegas picking up the 15-14 victory to move on to the semifinals. Let's go inside the ring with Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Thunder Studios here in Los Angeles, your final score, the Las Vegas Hustle 15, the LA Elite 14. The Las Vegas Hustle advance to the TBL semifinals. Here are your 3 stars of the fight. Number 3 star, LA featherweight Erica Sanchez. Number 2 star, Las Vegas light heavyweight, your Chandler Martinez. Balance of Nature, number 1 star, Las Vegas Hustle lightweight, Osvel Caballero. And round of the night, round number 18, between Erica Sanchez and Julie Gallegos.
Manny, great performance from all of your fighters. Not the outcome you guys wanted, but how proud of you are of this team?
Very proud. I'm extremely proud of my team. I told you we were going to bring it, and you know, we fell short by 1 point. Wow, incredible. Back and forth action. We gave people what they wanted. You know, the fans at home. I hope you know, we can continue to bring in more fans and make them aware that this is an exciting league. This is a fun league, you know what I mean? And these guys, as you can see, they show respect towards one another, win, lose, or draw. And that's the most important thing, is to stay humble, you know what I mean? No matter what, moving forward, I congratulate the Vegas coaches and also the team for a great performance, and I wish them the best of luck moving forward.
Thanks, Coach. All right, Coach. We also talked earlier on, and you were confident in the team, especially for Kai Brooks. Talk to me about the emotions that you guys are feeling tonight.
Wow. This was a very exhilarating fight. I'm exhausted. I'm psychologically spent. Defeating someone 3 times in the same season is a very difficult task. We knew this was going to be a tough fight. It was a nail biter. And Juju, the new girl Julie, man, her getting that knockdown on Lizette catapulted the team. We started feeling down, and she got us back in it. And then, of course, Osvel with the knockdown. Fantastic finish by him. And then Martinez saving it for us in that 23rd round, guys. We won. It was hard. Fights like this build character, and it's exactly what we need going into the semifinals against Miami. We needed a tough test to bring our team closer, make us stronger, and Miami is going to be a hell of a semifinals. Las Vegas hustle hard!
Thanks, Coach. All right, Johandler, you scored big. You won both rounds that you fought in tonight. However, in that second fight, you made that score 15-13. How good did that feel?
Oh, today is good. Talking with my team and the break, he said, I win the next round because it is appreciated for my opponent. It's good fire, but me more good for today. It's good.
Congrats. Osvel, you as well, scoring big tonight for your team. Talk to me how important that is going into the semis, knowing that you helped your team come out on top. Osvel, ganaste las 2 entradas contra tu oponente. ¿Qué seguridad te da eso ya que van a ir a la próxima ronda de los playoffs?
Bueno, en primer lugar, darle gracias a Dios porque es quien nos da la fuerza, la vida, la salud para venir a hacer el trabajo que estamos acostumbrados a hacer. Sí, darle gracias a los entrenadores, a mi equipo que mayormente confiaron en mí, también confían en nuestro equipo, saben que en cada presentación de nosotros vamos a dar lo mejor de nosotros para sacar adelante este equipo, y no es solo mi victoria ni la victoria de cada cual individual, es la victoria de todo un equipo, es la victoria de todo un tiempo de trabajo que hemos dedicado.
Gracias. I'm very thankful. I want to thank God at first for giving me the health and allowing me to fight tonight. And my win and my teammates' win don't mean nothing. What counts is our team as a whole winning together tonight. We're going to send it back to you guys.
Sophia, thanks so much. Osvel Caballero getting the #1 star of the night. We talked about Lizette Lopez picking up her 40th career TBL win. That victory where he scored 2 points for his Vegas team and put him in the driver's seat, that was also his 40th career win. So Osvel Caballero with a huge night leading this Vegas squad into the postseason. But Vegas gets timely scores from 2 of their biggest Cuban fighters in Caballero and Johanler Martinez.
Yeah, those were big moments, and I thought the coach made a good point. Julie Gallegos, at that moment, created a different momentum for his team in a round in which she was clearly losing. Getting that knockdown at the end, that really turned the momentum completely in this match.
Yeah, don't forget, Las Vegas found itself in an early 6-0 hole, but they come back to outscore LA 7-3 in the middle rounds. They outscore LA 6-4 in the money rounds, and they are moving on to the TBL semifinals, where they're going to meet up with the Miami Assassins. How about that? Tons of Cuban flavor in that semifinal matchup between Vegas and Miami. You also have Philadelphia and San Antonio. It's going to be a neutral site as well, as Las Vegas is rowing their way to victory. Vegas win it 15-14 over LA, and they are moving on to the semis.